Over to Barrie Williams, otherwise known as Barrie Whizzo Williams, who's I'm going to give a microphone. He's going to tell us a little bit of what he's done.
You're going to ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. Go on then.
Okay then, Barrie. Here we go. Nice and simple. When did you first get into motorsport?
Well, I started in 1957, which is a very long time ago. Before you were born, I think.
It was, yes.
And that was a little single-a-more special, but just went on, Morris 1000, did everything, racing and all carried on. And we finished up, and I thought that we tried a bit of this rallying bit, rushing around in the middle of the night, and everybody seemed to be having a good time. So I thought, a bit of rallying would do. And I rallied an ordinary Mini Cooper, a 997, but it didn't have any good brakes. It wouldn't stop. And then I had a bit of an accident on the road, nothing to do with me actually, this time anyway. And I was in hospital, and the Autocar magazine came out with the road test of the new, this is 1962 I think, with the idea that there was going to be a Cooper S coming out, bigger brakes, more air power and all that. And in 1963 it actually arrived, and I ordered one, and lo and behold, the damn thing arrived. So a bit of a panic. Sell the old car, buy the new one, and I bought it from a chap called Bill Yeomans up at Clifton, just above Chelsea Walsh. And I've actually got a photograph of him supplying it to me, and that was 1963, and this is the car. I rallied it until late 60s, 69 I think, sold it on to a chappie called John Farrell. He sold it on to a chappie called Richard Morgan, who was Bill Bangry's nephew. He raced it, turned into a racer, cut the front off it, put a fiberglass front on it, and then the poor old car became a bit of a rusty old thing in an auction. He got divorced and went off to America, but he kept all the paperwork. So I bought the whole lot off him, and we rebuilt it into a new shell. Well, it wasn't a new shell, it was a good second-hand shell. And here it is, so it's come back to home again, it's back to me again, which is really quite good. And it's the very first Cooper S to ever win an international rally outright. And it was about 3 or 4 weeks before that Irish bloke won the handicap event in France. I don't know what it was. I think his name was Paddy or something. Did the
I know the one you mean.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So this is the old car, and it's seen life. It's had a great time, and it's been raced, sprints, hill climbs, road tests, everything that the Hereford Motor Club could throw at it at one time.
Yes. Now I hear that you're still extremely competitive, and you can show lads a thing or two even now. Is that true?
Well, I'm very lucky to be able to still be able to go quite quickly, yes. And I think somebody said, are you as quick as you were in the old days? And I say, well, probably about as quick, but I think about the accident now, but I didn't think about the accident in the old days, so I try and plan around it.
So, other than minis, which obviously have taken a lot of your life, what's your most... You won the Welsh, that must have been a very, very important thing to do.
Well, it was very important because it was an international rally, and then I did the Swedish rally in this car. I did the Circuit of Ireland, the Swedish rally, the Geneva rally, and it was a class winner in most of the events. But we did the RAC rally with a chappie called Richard Harper, who lives not far from here, from near Wolverhampton. And Richard and I, we rolled it. We had a lot of fun. That's why it hasn't got a roof light anymore. We have to have a new roof. But we ran it then. It was a 1071 when it came out. We entered it on the RAC rally. Stuart Turner rang up and said, we've withdrawn your entry and re-entered you in the manufacturer's award team. And I said, well, that's 1300 and we're only 1071. He said, there's an engine here to be collected. So I had to go down to Abingdon and got a 1300 works engine, stuck that in it, and there we go. It's been a 1300 ever since. I think my Vinnie van finished up with the 1071 engine in it.
So it's a little minivan to be very competitive with.
I haven't a clue where it is.
No. If anybody owns a minivan with a 1071 engine, perhaps I'd like to come and see Barrie.
It also had a mattress in the back, and my mother didn't understand that.
Oh yes. Don't laugh with one of them stickers, I've seen that one. Yes. So